You better off having one woman. Everything tricky right now. That line from Kendrick Lamar has been echoing in my head lately because it feels like every week we watch another powerful black man crumble. Not from lack of talent, not from lack of influence, but because they couldn't control their sexual desire. This week, Shannon Sharpe, one of the most respected voices in sports media, a Hall of Famer, a man who basically climbed out of poverty and became a generational voice for black masculinity and discipline. Now, he's at the center of a $50 million sexual assault lawsuit. This ain't about gossip or me trying to pick sides. This is simply about the fall of powerful men. And what we, when I say we, I'm speaking about my generation, Generation Z, what we, the men from my generation, need to learn from this and other men that are out there. Let's break it down. Shannon Sharpe is being sued by a woman identified as Jan Doe for sexual assault and battery. She claims they had a rocky 2-year relationship, but that Sharpe crossed the line multiple times, recording and sharing their encounters without her consent, and allegedly raping her even after she said no. Shannon braked his silence by posting a video on Instagram saying that this is a shakedown. He pointed the finger at her attorney, Tony Busby, saying that this was a deliberate setup and that Busby is targeting him the same way that he goes after other black men like Jay-Z. Let's play the clip.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
He also claims she's threatening to leak a 30-second sex tape to frame him. He wants the full 10-minute raw video to be released. His lawyer says it was all consensual, that it involved role play, and even shares some wild messages from her.
And I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
Meanwhile, an audio clip drops from what sounds like Shannon allegedly threatening her with violence. Let's play that.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
you want to be a me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
If you say that one more time, I'm gonna you when I see you.
So now we're all in this messy, blurry, morally foggy space where it's he said, she said. To me, this just feels like a media battleground. Here's where I want to pause and say, this isn't about proving who's guilty because that's not my job. That's for the courts, and I'm going to leave it up to them. But what I am going to do is speak on the repeated downfall of black men in power, from Diddy, Trey Songz, Deshaun Watson, and now Shannon Sharpe, and many others. The pattern is this: talented, powerful black men who can't control their sexual impulses. And it ends up costing them everything. It's like no matter how many rings you got, how many millions you stack up, or how sharp your suit is, if you can't tame your desires, your whole empire is going to be vulnerable. That's why that Kendrick lyric that I said earlier hit so hard, because you better off having one woman. Everything is tricky right now. This ain't the 1999. It's 2025. Consent isn't just a vibe. It's a documented reality. Screenshots, audio, video, DMs, everything. It only takes one slip up, one boundary cross, one no ignored for your entire empire to crumble. I want to point y'all to something Minister Farrakhan once said. He said, when you see great men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. because you are on your way up, and the things that tempted people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation. Let that marinate for a second. I want that to marinate because we are so quick to laugh, tweet, cancel, or get our memes off. But if you are a young man watching this right now, like me, I hope you are learning. Temptation ain't just about sex. It's about ego. It's the idea that because you got money, fame, status, you can't be touched. But power without discipline, that's just a loaded weapon with no safety. You are not above the law. You're not above consequences, and you're definitely not above human weaknesses. The higher you go up, the more grounded you gotta be, or the fall is gonna be fatal. Let's be real. We live in the most exposed, most documented generation in history. Every text, every DM, every voice note, all of that is evidence. So how you move, how you treat women, let me put emphasis on that. How you treat women, how you navigate consent, all of that matters. If you want to be a king, you got to learn how to rule yourself first. You got to get therapy, check your ego, respect boundaries. And if your urge for dominance, pleasure, or control is stronger than your integrity, you're not ready for real power. And that's just a fact. Don't wait until you're on ESPN or NFL or whatever the program is, wherever your career leads you to, with your legacy on trial to realize you messed up. Shannon Sharpe might beat the case, or he might not. But either way, the damage is done. His reputation is shaken. His brand is being questioned. Legacy is being stained. When great men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Because if we don't, we just might be the next headline waiting to happen. That's all I got to say to y'all, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about how y'all feel about everything that's happening to Shannon Sharpe. As always, I'm going to be in the comment section engaging with y'all. And please don't forget to like, hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification button if you want to be notified every time I drop a video. But please hit that subscribe button and tune in for the next video. All right? Peace.